Arsenal fans, I don't know why you people vex. Why you people vex? If you are an Arsenal fan, talk to me.
Just funny numja.
Why don't you want Madueke? Because honestly, Madueke no be bad player. You understand? Coming from a Chelsea point of view, Madueke is not a bad player. Just that he be childish.
Okay.
You understand? He be childish. And if Madueke is operating in a working environment, an environment where he has the chance to make mistakes and all of that, but that wouldn't work in Arsenal because Arsenal, Charlie, right now they look at the top because they have been second in about 2 consecutive seasons. So they are looking at the top. So Arsenal will be place where you go joke. So if you play Chelsea, now I'm farmer. Oko Arsenal, Charlie, what's up to be couple body? So Madueke is not a bad player, but Arsenal are looking at Madueke as a backup to Bukayo Saka. You understand? So honestly, I don't know why Arteta wants Noni, because it looks like Arteta is pushing for Noni Madueke. So let's see what Noni Madueke. But Noni Madueke for Arsenal, I mean, going into the season or last season, Saka had a lot of injuries. So if you are going into a new season where you play FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League, and then the Premier League, you don't all these long schedules, and you are getting an equally also a good player, very, very good player like Saka. He's not better than Saka, but on say at least Madueke, if pushing it to the wall. So if you're having player like this, it means that it is going to be a very good signing for Arsenal from Arteta's point of view. But the fans they then vex.
So this be the gradual transfers. We take a look into what happened in the transfer window. Chelsea, they won't hijack the Mohammed Kudus to Tottenham Hotspur deal, and they've already started speaking to West Ham United. They've agreed deals with Kudus to join them, and this means that Kudus will be about the fourth right winger to be part of Chelsea's team. Chelsea, they have like 10 goalkeepers. But that is what is happening at that club. Noni Madueke might be leaving Chelsea to join Arsenal this season, and then Nico Williams to Barcelona. We have a deal. We have a bit of explanations to give you as far as that deal is concerned. So I did plus Kobo be Chelsea fan where you get details of the Mohammed Kudus. So they don't give us details if Befa and answer M5 because Ghanaians after ACN we've not really seen any top international. Yes, Barbara Man has played for Chelsea as a left back, but we haven't seen any Ghana international being played as an attacker aside being a defending. Into Kubo, what's up?
Adeo, Charlie. Everything cool. Kudus.
Ebefa.
Ewo
Chelsea.
I was say F5 Ebefa so.
How did the deal go?
Oh, the deal will be cool. Kudus has changed his agency. So now he's like under roof management agency. It's a German agency. And they manage players like Harvey Elliott, like most of the German, Kai Havertz, most of the German boys. So these guys are tough guys. And they are, the links be very, very... Because the Kudus release clause in the West Ham contract is 85 million pounds at
Release
West
clause,
Ham.
no?
Release clause, for English clubs. And for Saudi, it is 120 million pounds. For West Ham. Now, West Ham, we'll go there. For West Ham. But because of roof management, they have found a way for West Ham. And then because yesterday we had news from Telefootball that West Ham will be willing to accept 60 million pounds for Kudus. So they mean say the agency come inside.
Yeah.
The agency they step in, give Kudus. Kudus they Ghana right now. But the agency they will give them out there. So Kudus to Chelsea, Charlie. Very, very strong links yesterday and even this morning. Because this morning we have a player that Kudus is coming to replace. The player is kind of moving out from Chelsea. Then that is Noni Madueke. But we'll come to Noni Madueke. But Kudus, right winger. He can play as a right winger. He can play as a number 10. He can play as a false 9. And sometimes can even play as a central midfielder, a double 8, where he drives the ball and all of that. So he's a versatile player. So now the Chelsea, we are getting versatility after versatility after versatility because Joao Pedro is also a versatile player.
Okay, now the laps way.
So one day, Messi a season anymore.
Someone's more versatility.
Oh, but the lab be striker. No, they are like constant striker. Jackson is also a versatile player. He can play as a winger. So
Chelsea funny numja.
Oh, I mean, so yes, that is Kudus situation. Chelsea are trying. Chelsea like it be strong links because Noni Madueke will obviously move because now, according to Florian Plattenberg in Germany, Arsenal has made an offer to Noni Madueke. So it means they don't speak to Chelsea yet with respect to bidding and all of that. But they have made an offer to the player. Obviously, you have to convince the player before coming to the team. It wouldn't make sense if you come to the team and you have never convinced the player. And Arsenal is also a big team, so I'm sure they will be willing to, or they will be able to convince Noni Madueke. But Kudus for Chelsea, Charlie, they can play as a right winger. Neto D as a right winger. Estevao is also coming in. He can also play as a right winger. But Estevao and his team are demanding the 10 role. That is the attacking midfield role.
And Estevao, I think Ono Palmeiras is not about right wing.
About right wing. But the news we are getting from Brazil, that is the news we are getting from Brazil, is that when Estevao signed for Chelsea, he demanded for the number 10 role. And now, currently, the number 10 role, the player occupying the place is the English darling boy, Cole Palmer. Okay. I call him Oseko Palmer. Okay. You know, so Cole Palmer is also occupying the 10 role. So it means if they won't come fight, you can actually come and fight.
So I know they're standing there. What
you wouldn't fight it, position, but if he doesn't get the playing time there, he can also come in as a substitute or as a right winger to also compete there. So Neto Kudus for the right wing. The left wing will be Gittins, Joao Pedro tackling small. Why am I starting?
Gittins and Joao Pedro.
Oh no, I'm saying that these are the options we have there.
No, so Chelsea continue.
So Kudus for Chelsea, the right wing grow on Neto, bruta. But I expect Kudus to start
ahead of Neto.
When he comes, he's not going to be a starter. But going down the lane in a season, I expect Kudus to do well. I mean, he's a versatile player, so even if he don't play the right wing role, he go fit come in as a false nine.
They also have a lot of competitions to play in. So they have the Premier League, they have the Champions League, they have the FA Cup, they have the Champions League. So 4 competitions for Chelsea to compete in. So if they have a lot of players like this, I think it's going to be good for them because they can now. Okay, let's play this year. It's going to help.
I mean, you have to have depth. Look at Man City; they have depth, squad depth. So 4 competitions, you have squad depth, and then this week Yabo next week Yabo and they can all they are all like equally good players. So if a Fankwan it will be good. It will be good. So
no need to us now.
No need to us. Arsenal fans vex. So Arsenal fans, I don't know why you people vex. Why you people vex? If you are an Arsenal fan, talk to me. Why don't you want Madueke? Because honestly, Madueke no be bad player. You understand? Coming from a Chelsea point of view, Madueke is not a bad player. Just that he be childish. Okay. You understand? He be childish. And if Madueke is operating in a working environment, an environment where he has the chance to make mistakes and all of that, but that wouldn't work in Arsenal because Arsenal right now they look at the top. Because they have been second in about 2 consecutive seasons. So they are looking at the top. So Arsenal will be place where you go joke. So if you play Chelsea, now I'm far Arsenal, Charlie, what's up to be couple ball here? So Madueke is not a bad player, but Arsenal are looking at Madueke as a backup to Bukayo Saka. You understand? So honestly, I don't know why Arteta wants Noni, because it looks like Arteta is pushing for Noni Madueke. So let's see what Noni Madueke. But Noni Madueke for Arsenal, I mean, going into the season or last season, Saka had a lot of injuries. So if you are going into a new season where you play FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League, and then the Premier League, you don't all these long schedules, and you are getting an equally also a good player, very very good player like Saka. He's not better than Saka, but on say at least Madueke if pushing it to the wall. So if you're having player like this, it means that it is going to be a very good signing for Arsenal. From Tete's point of view. But the fans they then vex. Almost like top Rodrigo B
so all those it is very easy to think about this. I think if you watch Arsenal as a team in the past few seasons, Arsenal have been very close to win the Premier League, yet they couldn't win it. This same Arsenal came close in the UEFA Champions League, ultimately being defeated by Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-finals of the competition. Had it not been Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal would have been in the finals, and against Inter Milan, only God knows what would have happened.
Yeah.
So, in circumstances like this, Arsenal fans watch whatever is happening in the team. Arteta has a technical eye, and they all would want to go further.
They are getting
one step ahead. And if you want to go one step ahead, I always sit here and tell you that unless you have a complete team, in every department of the field, you are not going to win the Premier League. And it's not only about your team being complete, it is about the squad depth, like you already mentioned.
Yeah.
So if you have a good goalkeeper, who is David Raya, who I think is a goalkeeper that can win you the league.
Yeah, obviously.
Being backed up by Kepa
Kepa.
Arrizabalaga, I think you're good to go. If you have a right back of Jurien Timber, back up by Ben White, you're good to go. Calafiori, Lewis Kelly, you're good to go. Kivio, Gabriel, Saliba,
And they're even adding Mosquera
from Valencia. You are good to go. Partey has left the shores of us now. So there is Declan Rice, there is Mikel Merino,
Zubimendi is
there
coming.
is maybe Zubimendi, and there is
Norgard.
Christian Norgard.
4.
Now, the attack is Kai Havertz. They should get a striker, which I think if Arsenal are able to convince Victor Gyökeres and get the service of Gyökeres, Saka on the right, Iwaneri being the backup, Martinelli, Trossard, and if they're able to convince either Rodrigo or Bakula, I believe not, Eberechi Eze
Yeah, they are also chasing Eze
on the
too.
left wing, Arsenal are a complete team to win the Premier League. Because I'll tell you that, okay, currently, the only place where Arsenal have also gone a bit deeper in terms of falling is Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
Because Thomas Partey has been influential in Arsenal's build-up in the past few years. So if you got to a season or if you got to a level where you need about 2 players to complete the team, and then you say, let's go off Thomas Partey. It means you have to find a suitable player who can play like Thomas Partey and will offer the same as Thomas Partey offers.
Yeah.
Because Declan Rice will offer you the runs in, the energy, the muscular runs. He can beat defenders and he's very creative as well.
Yeah.
So that is what Declan Rice will offer you. You need to have a player like Rodrigo or Eberechi Eze who can take on players and convert the ball, because
Get you goals.
Martinelli would just run, and I think he's tired. So if you have a player who is going to give Martinelli the competition, because if Rodrigo comes straight, he starts.
Charlie.
Martinelli will be a backup.
Yeah.
And that is Rodrigo's best position, playing as a left winger.
Left wing.
So they should just try and then sacrifice a reasonable amount of money, because Eze, 60 million.
Obetuya.
Rodrigo, 80. 100.
Rodrigo, if you have 80 and you push Real Madrid, they will give it to you.
Because tell me for a fact that there is no Mbappe and Rodrigo is not even playing. He's not coming from the bench.
Yeah.
Off the bench, there's no Mbappe.
Push
Imagine
them,
when
you
Mbappe
get.
comes. So it means Rodrigo is obviously surplus to requirements.
Now, no, my catcher is also on Premier League. Then you can. One person
Rodrigo, so it looks like Rodrigo loves Madrid and he loves himself. So Rodrigo should take this initiative. Let me leave Madrid. I've won everything with Madrid.
Charlie,
Everything
what is
possible.
there for you to win?
You've won. So
Move
it is
anywhere.
just
Like
come to
London,
England.
bro.
You have to
Come to
build
London.
yourself, because yes, Arsenal will pay you more than Madrid are paying you. Because Arsenal needs you.
Charlie,
80
Arsenal,
million,
then
they'll
today
pay you
they pay-
more.
then they pay,
So
pa.
just come to Arsenal, prove you are worth it. Just play in the Premier League, and then I think Arsenal are good to go. To me, if Arsenal gets those players, we are good to go.
Good.
Make you move and talk about Nico Williams.
Nico Williams.
What happened for
Issues
Eden
day.
Arsenal?
Issues day.
Eden,
Barca
Barca
fans,
Madrid.
issues day. Nico Williams. According to reports, his agent is demanding for an immediate registration if they get Nico Williams, or if they put
Registration
their pen,
of
registration of the player going
In the
into
La
next
Liga.
season in the La Liga,
Okay.
because it is not confirmed. This so make me register Rodrigo. So the agent.
Someone register Nico Williams.
Nico Williams. So the agents is demanding for registration, like a confirmed registration. If the player comes, you are going to register him, and it is not going to be like the Dani Olmo situation. And Barca doesn't see, they don't see that to be, a reasonable demand. Barca are trying to, go in line with the 1:1 rule. They are trying to, be in line with, they don't want to be in a problem with La Liga. So they are trying their possible best. I mean, Barca are trying since Laporta came. They have been doing so well in terms of their finances and all of that. So they are trying, but they can't give him a guaranteed that if you come, we are going to register you. And that is what Nico Williams
If you can't
agents
guarantee me you are going to register, then why are you buying him?
you
sign ahead.
you can do something. Because when Ansu Fati is moving to Napoli, right?
He's moving to Monaco.
He's moving to Monaco. So if Nico Williams is coming, Ansu Fati they take like around 200 and something. So if Nico Williams is coming, they can find a way to register Nico Williams, but it's not a guarantee. They're not confirmed. They say, "Yeah, buy and I better register."
So they could start the season before Nico Williams
Yes.
will be registered.
And Nico Williams' agent is also demanding for a clause where if they don't register Nico Williams before the season starts, Nico Williams can leave for free to any club. And Barca doesn't see that to be a reasonable.
Barca are joining.
Yeah, so
You
they
won't
don't.
do it.
So that is where the problem is right now. But Nico Williams is ready to come to Barcelona. Just that his agent. I mean, if you are an agent of a player, you are looking at the welfare of your player. It's not only about the players.
You don't care about the team. You are thinking of your player.
Yeah, you are thinking about your player. So you are looking at the welfare of your player. So I think that Nico Williams' agent is doing a great job, making sure that when Nico Williams comes to Barcelona, he is going to be registered right from the start.
Do you think Nico Williams starts at Barca?
He will start. I think he will start.
Where does he start?
The right wing, he will start.
Where does Rafinha play?
Rafinha will come in the central.
Where does Lamine play?
Lamine will go to the
Where
left
does
wing.
Dani Olmo play?
Dani Olmo will go to the bench.
So who plays in the middle? Frankie De Jong and then
Frankie De Jong and then the Pedris,
So if that is the case, you only need two players in the middle. So Frankie De Jong and Pedri starts.
Yeah.
Nico, Rafinha,
Lamine.
then
Lewandowski.
The number 9 for them.
And even Lewandowski is old. So if you need
Torres.
people to come and tackle him, Ferran Torres is there. Dani Olmo can also play as a false nine because he's also very, very efficient. He has a goal eye as the front, when he plays as a false nine. So, I mean, if Nico Williams comes to Barcelona there, it will start.
Nico Williams, Barca beat the World Cup.
Where the Barcelona for Mutenu, Bumaji World Cup, Aji Afcon, Aji Copa Libertadores, Aji South. I've heard the Copa America
That's right.
But it will be a very, very, very good addition. Charlie, it will be very, very, very good signing for Barcelona because Charlie, if it is here,
Lamine,
Nico, Rafinha from
Fifi.
Lewandowski, 2-3 big chances, he will score 2. So
Pedro control.
Frankie De Jong is coming in with the experience. So like it will be a very, very great addition for Barcelona. But Charlie, they should guarantee the boy the registration, and I think everything will be okay for Nico
I think
Williams.
it will happen because we saw similar thing happen to Dani Olmo when he was signed from Rosenborg Sports Leipzig to Barcelona. I remember getting it, but last Dani Olmo was registered. So I think Barcelona is going to be a great deal. When you come on the best signing Nico Williams, that is the signing they've been waiting for. And Barcelona's presidents have already mentioned that Nico Williams, when the Barca train passes, beam next season. So this is the only opportunity for you to play for Barca because they believe they are a big club and they don't need to convince you to play for them. You need to be convinced to play for them, but they don't need to convince you to play for them. So this is the Gajo transfers. This is where we are drawing the curtains today. We'll catch you in another more exciting episodes of transfers. We'll see you once the Mohammed Kudus deal is done to Chelsea.